rivalry, WWF, Demolition versus Hart Foundation, SummerSlam 1990. This just isn't a one more meeting. This just isn't a title match. This isn't even a great tag team match. This, my friends, is the WWF match of the year, probably for 1990. Say what you will, I prefer this probably over Hogan and Warrior. It's a 2 out of 3 falls match, a rare thing on WWF pay-per-views, because Vince was never a fan, which means the Demolition gets another pinfall on the Hart Foundation. One fall, of course, is a DQ, which in my view is the weakest point of the match, because I've seen DQs done better, but 1990 is one of the weaker years of the Golden Era, so it doesn't really hurt its standing in my eyes. What's interesting is that it's Crush who takes the fall. Yes, it's a time when Crush became part of the Demolition, which was near the end of this team's run. So Hart Foundation finally scored a big win over Demolition, but they never pinned Smash or Axe. This match marks the end of an era for Demolition. They have a few matches in them still, but a year later the team would be irrelevant, as Axe had already left WWF and the team was just weeks away from the final match as a team. As a fan, I love this match, but my heart is always somewhat heavy when watching it. It was a great match. You look at 1988, Saturday night's main event, their clash, is easily the least memorable of their 3 tag team matches, partly because it's stripped down, gutted version of the 1988 SummerSlam match. You even get the same finish with the megaphone. Of all matches, it's the least interesting. The feud at this time is really more about Jimmy Hart than it is Demolition, and the Hart Foundation will get the revenge on him down the road. It's too bad this was a network TV match that could have gone down as one of the greatest. The first SummerSlam and the Hart Foundation versus the Demolition. Demolition remains one of the greatest tag teams ever ran, and for any title was one of the longest running heel champs they ever had. Likewise, the Hart Foundation is among the very images that people imagine when they think of tag team wrestling back when it was good. Their first match, a great tag match, inferior to their rematch nonetheless, got the audience to their feet. How often do you say that in a tag team match nowadays? What was, in my view, is that there were such a nice mix of styles. On one side, you got the ground and pound offense, and on the other, Bret with his more technical side and Jim with his fast power side. It just worked. It worked. Great matchup. Great tag teams. When you look at it, finally, the feud is another clear winner type of feud. This type of feud. The Demolition went 2 for 1 in their 3 major matches. Winning those 2 bouts in 1988 was important for Demolition, as the title reign was for a total of 478 days. But they had lost to the Hart Foundation. But had they lost to the Hart Foundation in either bout, their legend here would be cut short. They would not have had that famous long reign. Even in 90, at the decline of Demolition, Axe and Smash were not either one pinned. Crush took the fall. The Hart Foundation beat Demolition, but never beat the original 2. Why this was, you can guess. Maybe Axe and Smash didn't want to take a loss from a smaller framed Hart Foundation. Or maybe it was just a quirk of booking and that just simply worked out that way. Either way, the clear winners was Demolition. Winning this feud ensured their legendary status as one of the great tag team greats. Defeat in 1988 would have drastically changed the WWF tag team scene at the end of the decade. Axe and Smash, Demolition were definitely a thing of beauty. And so was that rivalry versus the Hart Foundation. I hope all is well.